Hello again, everyone. It is Bobo the Vulture, and it is Let's Play Aerobiz Supersonic-Scenario 2. We just completed the year 1980, in which we had a Winter Olympics in Russia that I hopefully managed to get a big profit out of by doing a little forward planning. Usually I just let events like that I know are only going to be one quarter come and go. But I was kind of at a point where I needed to freshen up some of my fleet anyway. Wow. You know, I'm kind of sorry to say it now, but I had kind of forgotten that the 707 was still in production. That was one of the, the 707 was one of the first sort of practical jet airliners. The first commercial airliner that was jet power was the de Havilland Comet, which was a British design, but had a lot of teething problems with it. Oh boy, number 3 in Oceania, not making any money in any of our routes. Another 747 though, that'll make up for it. Let's go to Europe real quick. I know that things are going to look far worse. And wait a minute. Okay, clearly don't need all the extra flights to Moscow. Do we have a 727 we can put back on this route? Okay. Let's put the 727 back on this route. It's okay to change that flight that way. Now then. Those flights to Rome are not filling up completely, but in case there are fluctuations in the tourism market, I will leave that as it is. Mexico City to London. Nice. London to LA. Good. London to Tokyo. Time to give you a little bump. 3 more slots. It is okay to change that flight as shown. It is cool by me. Okay, so yeah. The flight to Moscow, not really as popular as maybe one might hope. Let's get some more slots in London. We just recently, yeah, let's get 14 more. I like having too many. It's silly to have too many in a city that you don't use as a hub, but on a city that you use as a hub, you almost never want to pass up more slots. In some regional centers, like if you don't have a lot of flights going out of there, you just have barely enough to, leave yourself in superiority. Like in Mexico City there. I don't need as many slots as they would offer me, probably. Yeah, they're not doing any expansion work. Yes, scumbags. Alright, let's go to South America. See, I got all these extra slots. Although, considering the flights to London are... I didn't change the price on the flights to London, did I? Mexico City to London? No, it's at 100%. I could probably put another 747 or 2 on that flight. It is longer than... Alright, get back out. Get back out. It's slightly longer than some of the other flights. So yeah, I could do that. But for right now, let's look at our... Well, let's have a meeting. As we go into this new year. I call this meeting to order. Rising oil prices are having severe impact on our expenses. Darn you, Friar Tuck, and your deep fat friar. His name was Friar Tuck, and then later on he got a friar, so now he actually is Friar, like with a Y. Ha! I wasn't even thinking about that until now. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm kind of surprised, because I would have thought you would have watched my playthrough of Aerobiz Supersonic-Scenario 1 first, but, these things happen. Yeah, it's not actually, it's not actually the guy with the steep fryer. It's probably more mess from OPEC OPEC basically did. We have a non-profitable business venture. Go ahead, conduct a meeting. Yes, Mary Jane. Probably Cairo and Algiers will be a good route. We'll need it eventually. It's not going to make us a lot of money. But you're right. In order to win the game, we're going to need that route. Between London and Madrid would be good. You know, for once, you actually have a reasonable suggestion. Although I'm already a #1 in Europe, and I don't feel like adding a whole bunch of extra routes there, because there is a cap to the possible maximum number of routes that you can possess in the game. Let's also open a route between Tokyo and Cairo. Possibly. Less good, though. We don't have enough slots, extra slots in Tokyo to be bandying about too many of those. Tokyo and the Middle East. Oh, that's true. We're going to need to establish a route between Tokyo and the Middle East. Well, we don't have to, I guess, but it would be kind of silly not to. Let's not adjust existing routes. Let's discuss our plane holdings. We have 42 aircraft with 39 in service. Yeah, we probably should buy more 747s. Although I haven't checked a FAQ since I started playing Scenario 2, I keep having a sneaking suspicion they're going to make an update to the 747 that's going to be even larger seating capacity and stuff like that, and I keep on sort of like, ooh, do I want to buy more 747s or do I want to hold off? But these ones are pretty good. I don't think the seating capacity on 747s gets too much more than 500. And, I mean, considering those are 450, it's not bad. We should, but, you know, both of you guys are right. Rolling planes in reserve makes it easier to open more routes or increase the number of flights. Yes, it's true. Let's discuss business ventures. Yeah, let's do it. Our company currently owns 4. Profits from business ventures are $450,000. The route through Moscow isn't doing so well. No, we're not going to do that. Let's purchase the concert hall in Sydney and conduct a culture and arts promotion. That's actually a good idea. Let's buy the Sydney Opera House. It's not quite what I said, but, sure, let's buy the Sydney Opera House. As a matter of fact, why don't I steal it? Now you are speaking my language. Or you would be if you weren't already, like, out doing stuff. You're getting airport slots in Sydney. Yeah, see, everybody is. Okay. Okay, never mind. She actually is in London. But pretty much everybody is going to some Union Jacky place or another. Friggin' Union Jacks all over the place. Either with or without random constellations around them. I know the constellations are not random. I know the constellations are deliberate. I'm just saying. Let me look at what our plane holdings are. The planes that we don't have in service right now are 2 A300s and a 737. Yeah, let's get some 747s. First, though, let's see. How long is the route? No, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. How long is the route between Sydney and Perth? 2,060 miles. We can do that with a 727. 2,060. Yeah, we can definitely do that with 727. I gotta have some 727s in reserve. I gotta have some 727s somewhere. This isn't gonna tell me where any of my 727s are, is it? No, it's not. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Silly me. I have some A300s in reserve now. I can go and make that swap to the Chicago route that I was talking about forever ago and never got around to. But of course, as I always do when I'm in North America, first I'll check to see if they're... Nope. They're not doing any renovations to the LA airport. They're like, nope, we know you got no more room to make any more flights, but that's okay. We don't want any more people coming into America. Grrr, taking our jobs. It's not true, folks. Well, I mean, yeah. It's just ridiculous. Crazy stuff, folks. Alright. It is okay to change that flight as shown to Washington. 75% of the way full. That's okay. We'll leave it as 727 for now. Actually, no, what we can do is change it to an A300 and reduce the number of planes. Wait, what? Oh, because there only is one. So yes, now it is only one plane. We'll have fewer routes, or fewer planes. See, now there are 5 extra slots in LA, which we can either fill with more of those lucrative international routes, or I could put some more planes on that route to Chicago. And I think first we'll just see how well those routes fare. Let's see how depressingly empty the routes that I have right now to Adelaide and Brisbane are. They are depressingly empty. Depressingly so, folks. Alright, I got 2 slots in Melbourne. Look out. Give me 737. Put it on this flippin' route. Make the fare free. Free airfare for all people who want to travel in Australia. This is my vow. It's not really my vow. But, you know, pretty much the only way I'm going to be able to boot Dragon out of this region. Dragon, by the way, also the name of the big, scary, evil cat in The Secret of Nim. I can't remember. It's been years and years since I read the book. By the way, yeah, I would say hands down my favorite animated, like full-length animated feature, The Secret of Nim. It's been years and years since I read the book, though, which is Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. I can't remember if the cat's name is Dragon in that, too. I think it is, but anyway. I could buy 2 of these mothers. I think I'm going to buy 2 of them. Just because I can. I'm power tripping, folks. I'm out of control. Like nothing you ever seen. I still have enough money that I could buy like another 727 or something like that. I'm not gonna, but I could. I could, and there's nothing you could do about it. That's right, you heard me. You heard me good. Listen well, viewers at home. I am mad with power. The power of flight. The power of commercial passenger flight. Kind of a stupid thing to be drunk with power from. But, you know, you take what you can get. Right? Well, wait a minute. Have I moved into... Just by having these routes, have I moved into number 2 in Oceania? No, I'm number 3. I'll probably be number 2 by the time I put a route into Perth and Auckland. Just because I think Aussie has closed a good number of its routes. Because they're not making any money. Yeah, see? Well, the 2 ones I wanted to... Yeah, and Adelaide. Poor Sydney. They tried so hard to, like, tamp down their home region. How? It's really... Oh, jeez. Wait a minute. They have a flight from Sydney to Brisbane that's not closed, but has no passengers on it. Same thing with Nandi. The mind boggles, folks. I don't know. I just don't. Tripoli. No, not doing any of those. Tashkent, Beijing. Sapporo, Guam. Now, here we go. How are they managing to get these big? I mean, you know. They got, smaller planes. Did I get you to steal the Sydney Opera House? Is that what I have you doing right now, Snidely Whiplash? No, you're getting airport slots. I do need to steal the Sydney Opera House, though. This will help me out massively. Well, hopefully. I'll be able to do an advertising campaign at least. Dragon. Opening routes. On the phone, making demand. They're making moves. I have more interregional flights than anybody. Anywhere. At all. Ever. Passenger totals for Europe. Good. Passenger totals for Africa. Don't care at the moment. Passenger totals for Southeast Asia. They're lacking. Oh, well. I am now leading Dragon in profits. That's good. However, the only places in which I am directly competing with Dragon... Okay, they're starting to make some flights into Europe. So... yeah. But the only places in which I'm directly competing with Dragon, they're beating me. I just happen to be in several regions where we're not contesting what's going on there. April 1981. Stuff. They're losing a lot of money on a lot of their routes, though. Why are they losing money on their international routes? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess maybe because they don't have any flights in any of the destinations. Holy nuts. Are 2 of my Australian flights actually turning a profit? They are! They know! Required flights to 14 slots in Sydney. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, let's go to Oceania. Let's see what's going on with this. The war for Australia is heating up. It's on fire! Wow, the flight to Adelaide is almost profitable too. I mean, it's barely not, but wow, the flights to Melbourne are 3/4 of the way full. Okay. Well, I guess the ones to, yeah. Adelaide, that actually is the narrowest of profit margins. Anyhow, with all that said and all that done and all that to come and everything under the sun is in tune, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon. How many 727s? Yeah, we got a bunch of 727s because I've been chucking them out of North America. What is the competition? The competition is, of course, 50 in the hole. Everyone flies for free in Australia. Take off, you suckers! Take off, you hosers! That's Canada, not Australia. I know the difference. I do. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me at all. How are you looking at me while I'm doing a Let's Play? I mean, I know there's a window in this room. Well, okay, 3 windows. That's right, folks. I can be exposed to sunlight, despite my bizarre sleep schedule. I'm gonna guess these are also... Yes, of course. Yes, 50 below. Everybody. Alright. Got those slots. Now, Snidely. I need you to steal the Opera House for me. They'll never see it coming! Ha No way I'm ever going to be able to afford half of this other stuff. Let's get the concert hall. We can advertise using the concert hall. It'll be good. We're not going to have anybody else check out business possibilities right now. Actually, 91,000. Is there any business possibility I could afford in Southeast Asia right now? Have a look for me, Mary Jane. And by in Southeast Asia, I mean Tokyo. I like getting things at my hub. A hubba burning love. I could completely bankrupt myself and get the shuttle service. I'm gonna do it. I have $40,000. I don't even have enough money left in my airline's entire coffers to go buy a Mercedes. Although a $40,000 Mercedes in 1981 would be lavishly expensive. Let's go to Europe. I want to go there. I want to know what Europe is. Cairo, doing well. Helsinki, how's it going? Athens, those flights are saying Moscow's not. Yeah. Its notoriety and prestige are short-lived. Okay, so I could put another flight there. Put another flight there. Put another flight here. How many more? 2 more flights that way. Let's set it. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the other plane going in between Mexico City and London. I think for one I'll get 3 flights out of it, so that's a higher profit. Plus, I know that both of those 2 places have a lot more, have a greater number of just empty slots that we can just continue to throw these routes into. So that's good. I'm digging on that. Actually, wait a minute. One other route I wanted to mess with. Yeah, London to Cairo. If it's doing really well right now. Oh, I don't have any more A300s to put in the route. How many A300s do I have? I mean, clearly none in reserve, but it has to be fast becoming my #1 plane. It is just behind the 747. You know me and the 747s. I'm mad for them. Mad! Well, for my inter-regional flights. Mad for them! Oh, wow. Got a 727 in reserve. A single one. But, what's going on in... Am I... Okay, yeah, you're just buying the Opera House. Or stealing the Opera House. I'm sorry. Find a way to go steal it. Everything's out there for us. We just gotta find a way to go steal it. Okay. Kuala Lumpur. Bangkok. Singapore. Still doing terrible, but better. Again, I'm having to offer, like, completely cut-rate flights everywhere I go. Almost. Okay. That's all good, though. We got nothing else to be doing this period. New Delhi is the hotspot for tourists. They've stolen all of the world's landmarks from, I think, Pepite was the last place to have all of them. We're carrying more interregional passengers than ever before. And that is the secret. Oh boy, if they keep on increasing the passenger flights into Europe, I'm going to have to open that route to Madrid. I might have to start slashing prices on some of the routes. It's just going to be a nightmare. Not even competitive in Southeast Asia. Starting to get there in Oceania, though. Not there yet. Not there, but... Passenger totals in North America, they're going up. They're going up. I'm starting to make more... I'm making significantly more money every quarter than Dragon now, though. And that's a good sign, because it means that I'll be able to... Once I get going, not have to care so much about profit. I mean, I still have to turn a profit in order to win. But not on each individual route. I can let a bunch of routes go by the wayside, and I can advertise like the Dickens. Yeah. Okay. July 1981. We're in the second half of the year. I feel terrible for Aussie. Because, like, they tried so hard. Australia in this game, from what I've read and what I've encountered, is just a terrible region to start the game in. It just doesn't work very well. We bought a shuttle service in Tokyo. Aren't you excited? We bought a concert. We stole a concert hall in Sydney. Ah. We acquired 14 slots in London. London calling. Okay. Okay, we're still selling out that flight. That flight. So I need to get more 747s for that route, because it's gonna just keep making us money. Actually, does that have a knock-on effect on our other routes here? Nope. They're still pretty much the same full. The same amount full. Okay. Kind of curious about Oceania. That's sort of where we need to be looking at stuff here. That route, that flight is most of the way full. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not willing to open up too many more routes. How far is it from Sydney to Fiji? Okay, you could do that with a 727. I'll go ahead and negotiate for a couple routes, or a couple flights into Fiji. It's not going to make us money. It's never going to turn it. We're never going to get our money back on a return on our investment. But we might be able to get enough passengers out of that to help us move ahead of where Dragon is in the Dragon Age Origins. Okay, let's go back up to Tokyo, because I think they were... I wanted to double check, but I believe, aren't they adding airport slots or something? Yes. It's going to take a year to get them, but they're going to happen. And, how's that flight from London to Tokyo? Okay, we're starting to cap out there, so let's not put any more planes on that route. But look at it. It's getting near making $1 billion just by itself, just flying passengers back and forth from London to Tokyo. We're almost getting $1 billion profit out of it. I believe that's profit. It might just be sales. But yeah. Okay, so big passenger boost there. I will buy one 747 to put on the route between Mexico City and my brain's gone. Mexico City and London. Blah. And then I will use my remaining money in this turn to go shopping. It's going to be fun. $14 billion. Or sorry, $140 million. What can I get? I cannot get the Grand Hotel. No way I'm going to be able to get the catering service and travel agency. Those are good. Let's check out Oceania. Can I afford the ferry? I could afford the travel agency or the catering. Well, no, I could just afford the travel agency. Alright. Let's see. Concert hall. Actually, what I'm going to do, because I've never had to do this before, I'm not actually going to go ahead with it, but I'm going to show you what the deal is with advertising campaigns. I'm going to do that in just one moment, because I just want to halt the video for just a second. Alright, back again. A little more Aerobiz going on. A little bit of Aerobiz in my life. Don't worry, I'm not going to go into Mambo number, whichever Mambo that was. Excuse me. My goodness. But, yeah. That's, can't believe it's taking me this long. But, I need to, started selling a new plane this year. The IL-62M is no longer the only plane that Aviation is making. Look at this thing. The IL-86. It's actually not terrible. It is, by this game's reckoning, technically inferior to comparable planes from, Airbus and McDonnell Douglas, and yeah, but not terrible. First Aviation widebody. It's perfect for short and medium haul flights. It's nice. It's not bad. The mileage, again, is terrible. Honestly, it is my own personal thinking, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong about this, but there are two reasons that fuel economy was terrible on Soviet-made planes. One, they didn't have they were not able to switch technologies with the nations of the West, so they didn't get high bypass turbofan engines. They were not able to develop those on their own, as far as I'm aware. Later on in the 80s, some of these restrictions were lightened a little bit. But the other thing is, honestly, I don't think fluctuations in oil prices were as big a deal in the Soviet Union, because the Soviet Union produces plenty of oil. They're an oil-producing, oil-exporting nation. So, the fact that OPEC was putting on an embargo on, much of the world didn't really have that much of an effect on the Soviet Union. They just make their own friggin' oil. 360 seats. 360 seats. That's an interesting number. Who is it that has 360 seats? They don't, actually. It's slightly smaller. It has a wider range in it. More than twice the fuel economy. It is more expensive, so it's not. Little Miss can't go wrong. Yeah, it's not perfect in every way. The new route that I just sent out of Mexico. The new plane. It is also filling up. Did I already put a 747 on order? I forget. I probably did, and I only wanted to. Yeah, I already put one on order. Yeah, no, I got one on order, lady. That's okay. I already came to you, and I'm doing business with you. Let me double check that. Yes. 747 on order. Alright, what else do I have in my fleet right now that's available? I have a 727 that's available. All my 737s are in use now. I think I've managed to move all of them. No, I still have one that's doing the Helsinki route. I've moved most of my 737 fleet to Oceania. Might get some 727s going to run some routes in Africa, because it's probably time to start spreading into Africa. Speaking of, how is the London to Cairo route doing? It's doing pretty well. I could put another A300 on that route. Why don't I go get an A300 and put that on the route? I can order two. I'm only going to get one. I want extra money around. And if I have you agents standing around not doing much, why don't I get you to start flying into... Here, you. Get some more slots. Get some more slots in Egypt. Egypt is going to be more closely aligned with Western Bloc countries. So the message came down, I think, a couple years ago. No, was it last year? Anyway. Not last year, as in 2010, which would be last year from when I was doing this. Yes, get some slots in Algiers. See the marketplace in old Algiers. Send me photographs and souvenirs. Just remember when a dream appears, you belong to me. No, I don't. I might get those slots in Tunis later. Tunis. I'm saying Tunis with a Y for some reason. Tunis. It doesn't really have one, folks. Watch the sunrise on a tropic isle. See the pyramids along the Nile. Yeah. What else do we want to do here? I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't think of it. So, was it more routes in Southeast Asia? Was it that Tokyo is about to have more slots? No, it's going to be a year before that happens. In that case, I might as well make Snidely Whiplash go to Tunis. Okay, Snidely. I shall go to Tunis! That's right, you will. Or I could go to Tripoli. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. There's no way I need that many slots. If I ask for fewer slots, will I be able to get them faster? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll still take 9 months. I'll go ahead and do the negotiations for 5 slots anyway. No, I know. You guys are all hard at work. Keep up the good work, everybody. You guys are all doing great. Super. They ordered some 747s. I don't blame them. They're good stock. Business is booming in New Delhi. The airport expansion in Hong Kong has been completed because friggin' Dragon is such an awesome airline. They need more airport slots. I'm still ruling it in Europe, though. That's right. Nothing much. Well, I guess I have a few more passengers in Southeast Asia now. Maybe that, was it the Arts Pavilion that I got? Or the... No, it was the shuttle bus. Everybody's like, wow, a shuttle bus, that's the best thing ever. How much money I'm making from these giant international routes. They're what's propping up my whole business right now. Because I'm losing money on basically any region where I have real... Oh no, Aussie is terminating all of its services. Because they are... almost $2 million in the hole. Oh, that's sad, guys. That's sad. I hate to see that happen. I do. I love to see 747s arrive, though. And A300s. Yeah, Mexico City to London. London calling. Put another plane on that route. Let's increase those. Let's do all those good numbers. Actually, hang on. Is Mexico City to LA is still in 727s? I gotta fix that. First of all, I only have one A300, right? In reserve, I should say. Yes. Okay. That's fine. So I will use that A300 to go to London. 'cause London is calling. It is okay to change that flight that way. That is a good use of an A300, I am thinking, I am hoping. I think I can. Oh, I should have... Well, I can do that when I go to Southeast Asia. Yeah, I'm going to need to buy at least 2 A300s. I'm going to buy 2 of you. I'm not going to buy 5. That's okay. Okay. I'm not going to do what you just told me to do. Now, I meant to check. That London to Cairo service is good. And Helsinki, blah, blah, blah. Mexico City to London. Okay, I just had another plane there. That's always full. London to Tokyo, not completely full, but still ridiculously profitable. Ridiculously profitable. Let me go to North America. Let me. You can't stop me. How did that route to Chicago doing now? Yeah, it's not the best in the world, but doesn't need to be. All my international routes are completely full. All my inter-regional routes are... they're okay, they're not great. People apparently trust Bobo Air for traveling vast distances across the world, but not, like, to their own backyard. We're really convenient if one of our hubs happens to be where you want to go. This is, I guess, the thinking going on right now. Well, folks, let's do one meeting before we leave, just for old time's sake. Rising oil prices, not profitable routes. Yeah, conduct the meeting. Let's open some routes. Yeah, Cairo and Algiers, I dig it. Mexico City and Sao Paulo. That would be good if I had any competition in South America. If Dragon gets to South America, I will definitely open a route between Mexico City and Sao Paulo. Probably not going to open a route between Tokyo and Cairo. Excuse me. It would generate lots of money, but I just don't have the slots at Tokyo right now. Maybe if I get a whole bunch of slots when it opens up its renovations later in a year. Tokyo in the Middle East. Now, I might do them between London and the Middle East, or Cairo and the Middle East, but probably not Tokyo. But again, well, I mean, I might. Let's discuss it. No, let's not. Let's discuss our plane holdings. We should buy more A300s. I am buying more A300s. DC-10s are not a bad idea, but I don't have any place I specifically need them right now. I suggest we buy a travel agency there to give it a boost. We have more capital than a lot of airlines, apparently. We have a lot more capital than, say, Aussie. Poor Aussie. Anyways, we're ending the quarter, which means we're going to be ending the year now. Dragon ordered some more 747s. Big regional routes. The Iran-Iraq War. The Iran-Iraq War, folks. It's, bad times. Bad times for all. Wars wreaking havoc on Iran and Iraq. Those two countries, they have not always gotten along. Kingston, hotspot for tourists. Interregional flights. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, Dragon is getting ready to pass UK Air for number 2 in Europe, though. Which means they are starting to make a concerted effort there. That might be worth monitoring. Sydney again. Oh boy. Roots and yeah. We're just making we're making so much money. That makes me happy. It makes me happy, folks. You have no idea how much. You remember the beginning of this playthrough where I was really hemming and hawing and worrying about whether or not I was going to be able to do it. I'm going to be able to make it. I think I'm going to be able to make it. It's going to be difficult to... I mean, it may come down to the fact that I have more money than I know what to do with, but I still can't sort of just change the overall popularity of Dragon in Southeast Asia and Oceania. But other than that, I think things are alright here. Things are okay, folks. When we come back next time, we're going to enter into the exciting world of 1982 on Let's Play Aerobiz Supersonic-Scenario 2. I'm Bobo the Vulture, and I thank you very much for watching. Bye now.